Hello and welcome. This is Sports Debate, where we give you a platform to place your mouth where your passion is, to show off your sport knowledge, and all arguments on sport are spot on. I am Solomon Juju. It is reported that Leicester City won the English Premier League with the help of a Buddhist monk. Does prayer or Juju constitute a spiritual plank on which success in sports rests? Very often, we see players in a team huddle on the field or on the court before a game commences, muttering words of prayer. Whether it be the Nigerian or the Brazilian teams, it seems there is a general belief that prayers affect the outcome of a game. For some people, there are other forms of spiritual preparation which involve visiting shrines or a traditionalist before a game. It had been reported that even coaches in Europe employ what is called extra science and psychic measures. Does this give advantage to a team above another team of people who do not believe in it? Does prayer or Juju count in football or sporting success? That's our topic today. And you can join the discussion at Sporting Solo TVC or at TVC Connect, #TVC Sports Debate. Joining me on Sports Debate are two gentlemen to slug it out. Well, one of them has been on Sports Debate long before, and he's making a return to the show. The other, you've seen as a regular feature on the program. Well, let me start with the man who is returning after a long while. It's his way to always discuss things as critical as this. Sheung Ido, our man in the house.
Thank you, Solomon. I'm happy to be here again.
Right. And he's up against Ibukun Aluko. You are welcome.
Solomon, thanks. It's good to be here, and it's good to see my very good friend again.
Right.
I think the last time I was on set with him, that was close to a year, so it's good to see him back.
Thank you for welcoming me.
Right. So, does Juju or prayer, or does spiritualism count in sporting success?
Okay, let me start from the academic point of view. Anthropologists let us know that man cannot but be spiritual. Right from man's inception, from a very long time ago in man's history, man has always wanted to connect with the divinity, with something beyond the natural, because there is this intuitive or innate conviction in man that there is a power somewhere that is beyond the physical, that is beyond what we see. So man, in its natural sense, in its natural state, would want to connect to the divine, to the spiritual. So it's not an argument at all to say whether there is some prayer or Juju in sports, or whether they do influence sports. The do influences everything about us. Prayer, Juju, spirituality, these things are real, and whether we like it or not, in every man's endeavor, they reflect, they are there. We cannot deny them, though they may not be proven scientifically. We may not be able to establish an empirical fact to say that yes, these things exist. But for a man, when you think deeply and when you look at some examples, you know that yes, prayer influences success in sport. There is Juju in sport.
There is Juju in sport.
Solomon, with what he
that
has said,
suggests that even if I train so hard,
Solomon is just speaking English. Actually, all what he said, for me, I think it's not true. Let me give him an example. There's a club, I won't mention him now. There's a club in Nigerian Professional Football League that they are affiliated to a church we know in Nigeria. And remember what happened to them last season. Even despite the way they pray in every game. But I'm not saying that God is not good. I'm not trying to bring down God right now. I'm just trying to tell you that, see, your hard work brings you success. Even the Holy Book said that you walk, then you pray. So you bringing in juju, bringing in prayer, bringing in, it doesn't really affect the result of the game. It's your preparation. It is how well you've been able to work hard towards success that brings you success. So I don't think you cannot bring in, you cannot tell me that there's voodoo or there's maybe when you pray you get victory.
In Solomon's
that is
intro,
very, very wrong.
He cited an example of Leicester City.
Yeah.
It's a common knowledge, it's a common belief that they were actually being supported or being prayed for, being covered spiritually by a monk. And would you tell me that
no,
Leicester was...
The thing is, you guys are getting it wrong.
Was Leicester
the monk
better
has
than Man
always been
City?
there.
Was Leicester better?
The monk was even there in their first season. So it is not, it is because, see, they worked hard for it. There's one thing about success. It keeps driving you. That was exactly what happened to Leicester. They found themselves in a position whereby they didn't believe that they were there. But they had a coach that has the experience. Okay. So they were taking it step by step. Okay. Then the issue of this the Buddhist man came in. Then people start bringing in.
Okay, so
the
Manchester City, Chelsea, Arsenal, they didn't work right. They didn't train hard. They didn't do.
That's what I'm saying.
Necessary things.
That's what I'm saying. That see, these things, what happened to Leicester don't happen every time. That's it. What happened to Leicester
so
was
it
just
doesn't happen
a
all the
sign
time,
of hard work.
but it happened.
It was a sign of hard work.
So
they
worked harder than the likes of Chelsea, the likes of Arsenal, the likes of Man City.
Yes, it was obvious. They brought in fine players.
So what is the yardstick
the team
for
you
to measure the hard work? That yes, Leicester City actually worked harder than Chelsea, than
it was obvious
in
every of their game.
No, you are looking at the game now. You are looking at the game.
Yes.
You are not looking at the training. Did you actually measure the amount of effort?
So are you telling me that it is only Leicester that does voodoo in the English Premier League?
So we are telling you that there is a factor.
There is nothing like a factor.
Beyond they all work hard.
If I should do my voodoo,
okay,
and you do your voodoo,
okay,
which one? It's obvious that there is something that is that has to differentiate or separate them. If a team if two teams want to meet,
you just gave me points now.
And this one prays to God.
Now. So they all worked hard, but something there is a factor.
No, what I'm saying. Let me give you an example. Let's say Nigeria and Mali wants to play now, and as usual, Nigeria before the game we come together, we pray. Mali too, before the game they pray to their God. It's obvious that the two teams are actually praying to God, and it is obvious that God will answer their prayers. But the only
obvious.
See, Solomon, God will answer their prayer, but the only thing that they need to put in is their work. See, your prayer will support you. Your prayer will support you if you have worked. Your voodoo will support you. No, your voodoo will support you if you have worked. See, let me tell you something. Even if we watch movies, even if you go to a herbalist, the herbalist will tell you that these are the criteria for this voodoo to work. So, and some of the criteria is that you have to keep it, there is something you need to do. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say, is that when it comes to football or sport in general, your hard work is the most important. No matter how you bring in voodoo, I disagree with you. Your hard work is the most important.
I disagree with you. If that's the case, people wouldn't be saying, or let me say, wouldn't have this saying that goes as this: work and pray. If prayer is not important, if hard work is more important than prayer, they would just have said, "Oh, just work, don't pray." But the fact that there is another dimension apart from you working hard, and that's why we have that saying, "Work and pray." Now, we are making a mistake here, or let me say, you are making a mistake here.
All right, I'm listening.
You don't understand the concept of prayer, and you don't understand the concept of spirituality. When we say prayer, it does not necessarily mean, asking something from God or from the supernatural and the answer comes right away. There is another dimension, or there's another advantage of prayer. We have what we call psychology building, psyching up the senses, psyching up the morale, the inner strength, commanding the inner strength. And that's what prayer does. It does not necessarily mean, oh, you pray to God and God answers.
See,
but when you pray, even after you've worked so hard, you need the inner strength. You need the inner courage. You need to develop the things.
You are getting it wrong now. That is where psychology comes in football. We have psychologists for every team. Psychologists, they make you believe that you yourself, you can go extra mile.
I don't think
and you are bringing, without prayers, you working hard.
Okay. In 1989, Nigeria playing in the Under-20 World Cup with 20 minutes to go was down to Russia by 4-0. Yeah. And then the commentator would say Psalm 23. Nigerians should read Psalm 23. And with 20 minutes left to play, Nigeria came from behind and scored 4 goals. And then everybody was like, oh, the Psalm works. The Psalm works.
Solomon.
So are you saying that prayer did not have effect on the outcome of that match?
Forget prayer. There are so many games like that you be 4 goals down and you see teams come back. Are you telling me everyone prays? That's a big lie. The truth is,
I remember opening my Bible that day and looking at Psalm 23.
That's a psychology.
Everyone has that consciousness of the spirituality.
That's where psychology comes in. Psychology will make you understand that.
Psychology is part of spirituality.
It will make you understand that. Psychology will make you understand that. This thing is done already. You need someone that will make you fired up.
And you think that person is God.
No,
that person is.
They are humans. They are humans. That's why coaches are always more like a father figure to most players, because at that point in time, Solomon, they know that they are 4 goals down, and the coaches might be saying some things. They might be saying that, okay, the way we are still playing, there's a way we can come back in this game. It's always like that, and maybe the coach saw that. Despite that we are 4 goals down, the way he's looking at it, he will tell the players, let's just score one. I remember there was one time Mourinho too was interviewed and was talking. And you think
let's just score one. When you score one, you still believe that it's still their training that is working for them.
It is their training. It is the psychology of the players. It is not prayer or voodoo. It is how well you train. It is how good you are on the field of play that brings you results. Not voodoo.
That is to tell you that at that point in time, training, hard work, diligence, everything is down.
Nothing is down.
There is this dimension that they need to tap into. And that is the divine, the supernatural, something that is beyond the ordinary.
There is someone that will not make it to be down. That's the coach. That is the job of the coach, to make the players believe that they can still get results despite whether prayer or voodoo.
Gentlemen, do you agree with Seun Idowu that prayer or juju or spiritualism influences the outcome of a game and helps sporting success? Do you agree with him? Or do you agree with Ibukun Aluko that it is just sheer hard work and prayer, juju, or spiritualism don't count for anything? Because our topic today is, does juju or prayer or spiritualism count in sporting success? Seun Idowu here believes that prayer does, spiritualism does, or juju does. But Ibukun Aluko does not agree. What do you think? You can contribute to this discussion by sending your tweets to me at Sporting Solo TVC or at TVC Connect, hashtag TVC Sports Debate. It is still Sports Debate with me, Solomon Juju. And the topic we're looking at today is, does prayer or juju or spiritualism count in sporting success? Do they influence, or does any of this influence the outcome of a sport result? Seun Idowu here says yes, prayer or juju or spiritualism will work in sporting success. It influences the outcome. But Ibukun Aluko does not agree. He says it's hard work you need to put up. Definitely. Because it's not compulsory you should believe in juju or prayer or spiritualism. Just work hard and then you will get results. And I ask Seun, if juju or prayer or spiritualism works so much in sport, Why has India not won the World Cup? Why has India not won the World Cup? And why do they lose to Pakistan or Australia in cricket?
Okay. Let me redefine. Let me redefine this question.
Because the Indians are known for spiritualism.
The topic of this debate. Let me expatiate a little bit. We think that when we mention success in sports, we think it's all about, a team winning a game or winning a match. We are not looking at we are not looking at individual players also, their well-being and their individual achievement or success. Now, there is this African player who used to be in Chelsea. I won't mention the name of the player, but we all know. Every time...
Well, how do we know if you don't mention?
Well, I know you know. Every time a striker was bought by the team, either to pair with that player or to replace him or to sub for him, that striker would have a problem, a critical injury, either an injury or the striker would lose form. Throughout the stay of this African player in Chelsea, he was always the favorite. It was always strong.
It was based on.
It was always strong, and any striker that was bought then to either replace him or to compete with him was always having issues.
There was no proof of anything you've just said.
I said it earlier. I said it earlier that we may not be able to prove the supernatural, but it's real.
The striker you mentioned now is someone that.
So you know the striker?
No, we all know who you are talking about.
I don't know.
He's someone that is.
I don't know.
He's someone that even despite him being in the club, we still have some players that still get to shine.
IBK, go and speak with players.
It is not
privately.
About,
they will tell you that. They will tell you that they fortify themselves against adversaries, against
voodoo.
competitors, against
the thing is when you mention
teammates, so that they will not take their place.
What I expect you to mention is luck. There is obviously luck in sports. There's even luck in life.
Spirituality does not gamble. God does not gamble.
Bringing in voodoo shows that is a disrespect to an athlete's hard work.
Ibuku, there is no effect without a cause.
You cannot tell me.
Everything has a cause.
You cannot tell me that after my tactical ability bringing into the game, after my hard work, after training so hard, you are telling me it is because of voodoo you won the game.
I will answer Solomon's question and I will respond to your submission too. See, as we have hierarchy in the physical realm, as we have the boss, the master, and from the ladder and the ladder in between, as we have different strata. So also in the level of spirituality, there are strata, there are cadres. Even if both of you are praying, and the other one is higher in a way than you spiritually, the effect of the other person's prayer will be stronger than yours.
How?
The same way. How
we know the one that is higher?
If you train the same way, if you prepare the same way, and the preparation of the other person is stronger than yours.
Okay.
Let me
ask you one question.
Let me answer.
I don't forget this. Let me quickly ask you one question. If Real Madrid or Barcelona should play, let's say maybe Ifeanyi Ubah or Kano Pillars, and Kano Pillars, maybe they prayed so hard, they fasted for 40 days, so, they brought in voodoo and some other stuff
certainly
like that.
They fasted 40 days and they were to play the match 7 days later. They will lose.
No, you don't understand. I'm just bringing an example, and after their prayer and all, do you think they have the chance to defeat?
Yes, I strongly believe. What happened to Senegal and France in this World Cup tournament?
That's the big lie.
In this particular World Cup tournament, some years back. There's
no way Kano Pillars
Senegal beat its colonial master France.
With voodoo, we defeat a Barcelona or Real Madrid.
France was task-spotted.
In 1999, Nigeria was playing against Senegal at the National Stadium in Lagos. And everything Nigeria tried to score in the quarterfinal of the Nations Cup, the goal wasn't coming until Chief Kashimawo Laluko, the technical director of the NFF, left the stands went to the goal post of the Senegalese and picked up something from the goal post. And a few minutes later, Nigeria has scored.
Thank you, Solomon, for that example.
Let me tell you,
there's no coincidence. Everything that happens in life
let me tell you,
was caused by something.
You know one thing, Solomon. What you believe actually is very, very important. I heard one story about one woman. Yes.
So what
listen to me.
Concept of belief?
That
Where did you get the initiative of believing in something?
That local felt, it is not proven yet. That local felt that there was something at the goal post that wasn't making Nigeria to score.
So what made him to
that was his belief.
Because Laloko was the national coach of the Gambia.
Solomon, let me give
the Senegambia Valley, so he understood.
Solomon, let me give you an example again. See, I read one story about an old woman. She was very sick. But one thing about this woman, she wasn't really, let me say she was sick. But one thing about this old woman is that...
You are not certain.
Solomon, one thing about this old woman is that she always, maybe if she's sick, she always prefers injection to drugs. So there was one, they now noticed that, okay, this woman, it seems she believes so much in injection. There was one time she was very ill. And they tried to give her drugs, but she said no, that she would prefer injection. And could you believe that they didn't put anything in the injection? They had to put water in it.
So that's
and when they injected her with the fluid, with the water, you believe that this woman, she got up and she was well. What I'm trying to tell you is that it is what you believe in.
IBK.
It is what you believe in. Don't tell me that it is voodoo. It is what you believe in. Nothing like voodoo or prayer that makes you win again. That is not true.
Let me improve on your argument. What makes you believe what you believe is spirituality. And that is what you don't know. You have alluded to the fact that someone believed in injection, which was actually nothing, which was actually fake. And it worked.
What I'm saying
that is what we call spirituality.
That's why I told you about psychology. That was why I told you about psychology.
Psychology is part of spirituality.
A coach is someone that when chips are down, the coach will still try and ginger up the players. Only because he believes that there is still something they can get from them.
Yeah, now let me answer your question.
You have not answered my question. Why has India not won the World Cup?
Why would they win? Why would they win?
The spirituality. And there is that story about India,
about
why they've not been playing so much soccer.
Solomon, we cannot prove that India is the most spiritually fortified nation.
But everybody travels there. Everybody seems to travel there.
It has not been proven.
Many people
it has not been assessed.
travel there to go and get.
As I have mentioned earlier, we have cadres, we have strata, we have divisions in the level of spirituality, in the spiritual realm. Your power may not be as strong as mine.
Which level are you?
Are you telling me India's power is not that strong?
May not be as strong as mine. Probably theirs is not
as strong
as the other nations.
So why do people always
allow
go
them
there?
hear this?
Then apart from that, they may not be doing what, everything has strategy. Everything has methodology. Maybe they are not applying the right methodology to effect.
The right methodology is just hard work and training.
They are not good.
I don't believe that.
They are not good.
Maybe they are not really interested in actually attaching that juju or that their spirituality to what they do to their sports.
Don't they play cricket?
So it's a choice, it's a decision.
Don't they play cricket? Don't they lose?
Probably they have not been attaching. They don't see the rationale behind.
What is
they are about the best in cricket in the whole world.
We are talking about.
They're actually the best in cricket in the whole world.
You are making.
They don't see the need. They don't see the need.
They are the number one test cricket nation.
Solomon, don't they lose?
Probably they don't see the need to put their spirituality into play. So it's all about choice. I may have something and I may not use it. I may not deploy my powers. The fact that I'm superpower does not mean that I will always deploy my power and affect things.
You're only bringing in probability into this. You are not sure. See, the word voodoo itself, it shows that you have to, there's, like I said earlier, there has to be some certain things for that voodoo.
Do you believe in God?
You have to start rounding off now. Is that your closing remark?
Do you believe in God?
Why not? I believe in God.
Do you believe He answers prayers?
Definitely.
Do you pray to Him?
Yes, I pray to God.
So, if it's only hard work, why then do you pray to Him? If you think prayer doesn't work, why then do you pray to God?
Walk and pray. Walk and pray.
He said so earlier.
Yeah.
Solomon.
And prayer is more important than work.
Solomon, the thing is...
Really?
When you pray, Solomon, when you pray, it is your hard work that will make the prayer work fast.
When you
Is
pray,
that your closing
it is your
remark?
prayer that will
It
make
is,
your
it is your hard work that will make, see, God,
Is that your
God,
closing
God,
remark?
God will be inspired by your hard work. Then
Really?
the prayer will
Seriously?
come in.
Is that your closing remark?
That's my closing remark.
The fact that we don't have the physical evidence or proof that something exists doesn't mean does not exist. You not know how it works, but it actually does. And when you know the right approach, the right method to access the spiritual realm, it works for you any day, anytime.
Wow. Well, that was a controlled and a relaxed way of putting this argument in this episode of Sports Debate. Does prayer or juju or spiritualism count in, or spirituality count in sporting success? Sheun Idowu here says it does. But Ibukun Aluko says, no, it's just hard work.
Definitely.
My friend Bashali once said that what is the business of God between two men who want to beat each other and they enter the ring to fight? And one is saying, God, come and help me. That what is God's business with it? So that seems to be the position of Ibukun Aluko. Two men want to beat each other and they are calling on God. What is God's business with that? Every time I remember when Bashali says, I'm always like, okay, so does prayer or juju count in sporting success? Well, I do not know.
Being killed by
but then, the point is, do you agree that prayer or juju or spirituality count in sporting success, according to Sheun? Or do you disagree, according to Ibukun Aluko? Well, you can contribute to this debate by sending your tweets to me at Sporting Solo TVC or at TVC Connect, hashtag TVC Sports Debate. I hope you have enjoyed this. Until we come your way again next time, enjoy the rest of your day.